uh, I also believe that one of the reasons why most people tend to forget to be appreciative is as a result of mispriority. Mispriority, or rather asking for the right thing at the wrong time or looking for the right thing in the wrong place. I will give you an instance. For instance, that's so funny what I said. I'll give you an instance, for instance, but it's okay. I'll give you an example, Mr. Obina. There was a video I watched during the week. It was a video made by a particular woman, an African American sister. She was talking about the Afrotech summit or convention that was held in Houston, Texas. And her in the video, she was trying to advise other sisters, so to say, that had planned or that would be attending the Afrotech summit. Her admonition to them was that if they are going there with the intention of getting a marriage mate, a boyfriend, or a long-term relationship or whatsoever, that they should forget about it, because the guys that are there in the Afrotech, first of all, majority of them are Nigerians, and secondly, most of them have already gotten a what we could describe as a concrete or long-term relationship. So oftentimes they just waste your time. They do not take the women, in her opinion, that go there to look for mates serious. So I look at the video. I mean, I watched the video for good 3 times. For whatever reason, I stopped the thing that I was doing, and I had to watch the video over and over again. And it got done on me that even though we live in the year 2024, and as educated as most of us are, we are still very naive. I think that's the right word to describe what I felt or what I think that we are oftentimes. The naivety is still very pronounced in our discussion, in our conceptualization of ideas and everything. Why do I say this is this? A very beautiful lady of her type, as educated as she believed that she is. My question was, watching the video over and over again, is that why we won, either as a lady or as a man, leave their own house to go to a summit that was designed for people in the tech industry to network among themselves, and with regards to issues relating to information technology. Why we won't intentionally interchange the purpose of that summit and start complaining about the fact that he or she didn't meet a marriage mate, a long-term boyfriend or girlfriend from the Afrotech Summit, and has to blame it on even the nationality of the organizers and everything. Do you think this is fair? What is in? We're in 2024, for goodness sake, and is there something that education has not been able to do or did not do in our life that still make us to look for certain things in the wrong place, no matter how educated we are? I really hope you understood my question very well. I'm so confused about it. As educated, as sophisticated, as intelligent as we are, how come at times we still end up looking for the right things at the wrong place?
Okay, I understand your question. You see, um, people have needs, and their needs are quite different. You
Yes.
know, there is always a time in life where you see life. I've discovered is designed. It's like a video game.
Mm-hmm.
You see, these video game developers. I believe they are one of the people that have a perfect understanding of how life is. That is why when you play a video game, when you get to a particular level, when you surpass that particular level, you go to the next level. The difficulty you encountered in the previous level would not be compared to the one of the next level, and it
Mm,
continues in that in that arrangement. Now in life, people have needs. They may have attained um, financial success, economic success, career breakthroughs and all those things. But there is a need in their life that cannot be overlooked. And this need is the need of intimacy. Yes, just like you said, they may have gone for a particular summit that has to do with their career, but some things can happen in such summits. You know, you can meet somebody in a summit that may change the trajectory of your life. So with that idea, they go there, they are open, and life has taught us to be open. We don't know where the savior is coming from. So I think that for such lady, maybe she went there for the right thing, which is the summit. And at the end of the day, she met somebody, a man, and because she has a need of this intimacy, they decided to go into a relationship from the summit. Anything can happen in any place. There are people that just they just attend wedding, a friend's wedding, and in that wedding they met their soulmate. That was not the intention of going to the wedding. The intention of going to the wedding is to celebrate with the friend or the family member that is doing their wedding. You understand? And at the end of the day, they met somebody, and before you know it, things began to happen. And because there's this need for intimacy, you know, a relationship was established. So I wouldn't say, in my own sense, there's a way I reason. I wouldn't say that uh, the lady that went for the summit is a bad person. No, she went for the summit for what the summit was all about, which is to gather people that are in the tech industry, so that they can rub minds together and then share ideas together. But getting there, she met somebody and they decided to establish a relationship. Whether the relationship um, whether it went positively or negatively, it's not my business. I'm not interested. But what I'm saying is that there's this need for intimacy. Everybody has
yeah.
it. And there's an age that an individual, whether male or female, will get to. The desire for this intimacy will come. God created it that way. You cannot kill it. No matter how spiritual you are, you can't kill that desire for intimacy. So, because you can't kill that desire of intimacy, wherever you find somebody that may, that may help in that area, let me use the word help, that may help in that area of intimacy is a welcome development. So, whether it did not go well for her, what I would say is that for her to come outside publicly and be saying all these things, it's coming from a place of pain. I don't know. I didn't watch the video. You understand? I did not watch the video. But I think that the reason why she came out to talk about those things, because it's like, from what you told me, it's like it's a yearly summit.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of
So,
the most famous um, people of color in tech,
okay.
especially West African guys in tech, in information technology sector. They organize it. It's actually one of the most famous. And like you rightly said, I don't have problem with her going. In fact, I want other people to go. But for the fact that she made it her mission, or she made it look like the mission of the female folks going to that summit is to meet their soulmate, is kind of disturbing. And secondly, it didn't work out for her doesn't mean that it wouldn't work out for somebody else. So
That's where she got
discouraging,
it wrong. That's where she got it wrong
go
because coming out, you and just like I said, you can meet anybody
mm,
anywhere, irrespective,
absolutely,
because there's a need,
absolutely,
and this need must be satisfied, whether we like it or not. So
so
you can meet
true.
anybody. But the where I get it, the problem I have with her is coming out publicly
Hmm.
to call out women that are going there for the reason that, so for one of the reasons, I would say that's the reason she went there, but I know that that's one of the reasons that may be an underlying reason for her going there. So coming out to
From
tell that
from the
going
video that she made it look like that was her main reason.
out,
Every other
if
one seems to be the secondary.
she,
Seems to
okay, from
no.
what you saw,
Yes, I mean I'm speaking basically. I don't know her from Adam. I don't know her from anywhere. Judging purely from her video
from her,
and the way she admonishes every other lady, don't go and spread your leg, this and that and everything, is just the opposite of what Afrotech is all about. So, you know, we we are human beings. One of our shortcomings in life as a human being is our ability to project our fears, our doubts, every other thing on other people. You understand? So that's why I was kind of fine looking at her age bracket. In my opinion, she should be between, without exaggerating, between 25 to like 35, 14, which by every book in the world, she's not a child. And secondly, if she could be able to think of going to a summit, paid her ticket, probably rent a hotel and every other thing, I believe she should be matured enough to understand that that basic thing in life, in my opinion, that everything, no matter how well we mean and even the effort we may have put over things, not every time that things go the way we expect them to be. And for the fact that other guys were there, probably they didn't pick her, or maybe they might have even she might have even been in one or two relationship and it didn't go the way she expected it. It should not also be calculated as the fault of the person that she meant, because the person may have been in a different state in their life. Maybe they don't even need a long-term relationship. These things are difficult. You can't just meet me in a summit and expect that your shiny armor, or how do they call it, the Prince Charming or whatsoever. That may not have been the case. There is a reason why they say Obinan, what happened in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas. Whether we agree or not, that is a popular saying. There is a reason why they say that. So for the summit goers, they have a purpose why they went there. And if you make it your mission, in my opinion, looking at the video again, if you have interchanged the purpose of that meeting to now make it your personal thing and personal expectation and everything, I think that's faulty in my opinion to some extent. Of course,
yes,
Obin, I understand that you can meet someone riding on a train. Some people met on a particular flight from one country, from one city to the other, and today they are happily married. Their relationship have been for the last 10 years or so ever. Some people met in the supermarket, in a grocery store. Some people met while riding on the bus, in the train and everything. We all know this. But if I take a train from my city going to Milan and I didn't meet someone while riding on the train, it could be 1 hour ride, 2 hours ride. Should I not blame the captain of the train?
of course not. You see, what I'm trying to say is, people react to pain different. This is where maturity comes into play. People react
Okay, that's a good point.
differently. You understand? So I feel I didn't watch the video like I said before, but from
Mm,
what you told me, I feel she's coming from a place of pain. Maybe she has tried it once, she didn't work, twice, it didn't work, three times, she didn't work. With three different people, and it's like it's not, it's not working. So she's
mhm.
coming from a place of pain. But the thing is, There are places you go if you are looking for something. If you are looking for
Mm,
intimacy, there are places you go. You go to marriage seminars, single and married, all those places. These are the places you
good.
go to. You don't go and be pricing. You don't go to a supermarket if you intend to buy well. You don't go to the supermarket. You go
Obinanan
you
is
go to
this example is so amazing.
you don't go to the supermarket to ask for fuel. There's a place where they buy fuel. A filling
Good.
station, or you walk there and then buy your gas or your fuel. You understand? So I feel that if she's looking for intimacy, maybe she went to the wrong place because the tech guys, they are not children. If there's anything, and I've not been there before, I'm not so good with tech. If if there's a single man in that tech, among those tech people, maybe it's somebody that uh, is divorced, trying to get because
Most
every tech
likely.
every tech guy, there's an age you get to, or there's a level you get to in your career. One of the first things you
Mm,
would have to get married. So
yes,
looking because you need stability. Tech people, if you look at them, they're stable people.
of course.
Their mind must be stable so that they can. And one of the things that keeps them stable is a stable home. Majority of them are not
And they
stable.
work crazy hours as well.
You understand? So these are the things. She went to the wrong place. If that is the place if she went there to look for love, that's a wrong venue. If you are looking for something, you go to where you see people that are looking for the same thing that you are looking for. These people came for business. They are not looking for relationship. So if you meet somebody there, anything can happen. It's a 50-50 kind of game. It is
Hmm.
either it works, it is either it does not work. You have to have that at the back of your mind. Then if you are going to look for a man, in her case, I know she needs a man. If you look for a man that is looking, you go to a place where you have, it's like a house of commons where the interest is common. You go to a place
Yes.
where the interest is common. You understand? Seminars that talk about singles and married, or singles rather, because you are still single. I'm talking about the lady.
Hmm.
Seminars that talk about marriages and all those things, singles gatherings. There are several churches that organize these things, even in the United States. So you meet
Of
with
course.
them, go there and stay with them. There are a lot of people that you will find there that are looking for what you are looking for. In
Exact
that
same
kind of
thing.
setting, in that kind of setting, the probability of getting what you want is 70% or even 90%.
Higher.
Yeah.
Because the
So
interest is common.
of course,
They have a
everybody
common interest there.
has a common goal. So that's where she got it wrong.
Of
So
course.
coming from a place of pain, but what I will advise to her, I don't know her, but what I will advise to anybody that is seeking a
Anyone
partner,
else. Hmm.
what the person will do, first of all, you heal first. This relationship matter. If you don't heal and you want to jump into another one, you wouldn't know what the problem is. Because the second one might likely to hit the rock. Why? Because you are yet to heal. The person will suffer.
So true.
You understand? The person will suffer. Why? Because you are coming from a place of pain. So you need to heal first so that you can. Because if you go into another one with that pain, the other person will be the one that will be receiving everything because you will torment that person's life. That is
So
one thing
true.
about it.
So
So I
true.
will advise that she tries her best to heal. Visit a psychologist, visit a counselor. Let them help her through the healing process. Within at least for the first 2 to 3 years, I know it's long,
Hmm.
but first 2 to 3 years, she shouldn't be talking about anything that has to do with a relationship. You just focus her mind on getting healed, focus her mind on her career. Then after those, when she's healed, then she can now enter into a healthy relationship. And another thing is that you must, as an individual, I don't know her age, but you must be able to define what you are looking for. so that what you are not looking for when they present themselves, because you have been able to define what you're looking for, you know that this is not what you're looking for.
So true.
That's
So true. And this is just to add to that, this was the reason why, or this was what prompted that my personal reflection as to why, no matter how educated, intelligent, and the experience that most of us have in life, why do we have that tendency, or why are we inclined at times to start looking for the right things in the wrong places?
mm,
I think this is a problem. Obviously, it's not something that we're going to resolve in a podcast, but this is a live question that I'm asking right here because I have seen it over and over again. I have watched